I'm Devin, and this is WylieFab, my little garage project, essentially. Part-time, I got a full-time job at a shipyard. Metal fabricator by trade. 8-9 years been doing it. Been a long time since I've been out of the small stuff, but I'm gonna be trying to get into some crash protection here for side-by-sides, Harleys, trucks, Jeeps, all that fun shit. So this first video that I'm putting out is about the two-bender that I bought. So I looked at a bunch of different options. I went with RogueFab out of Oregon in the States for a couple reasons. First of all, it's a vertical bender, so it's gonna take up less space in my shop. I run a really, well, not really, but I have a tiny garage. It's like 18 by, I think, 21. So the ability to put something on a caster and move it around is super critical. I can't really anchor anything down to the floor, especially because I have a bike lift, a four-wheeler, my Harley, and then all my shop equipment. So as you can see back there, if I want to do anything, I gotta push all my shit outside. So I'm just gonna go over the actual setup. I got a couple time-lapse clips of me putting the base together and then me welding it out, which I don't know how I'm gonna plug into this video. Quickly starting to realize that video editing is time-consuming as fuck, and to make it look good is actually really hard and a separate skill. So props to all you guys making sick videos. Yeah, I'm sure it's just something I'll get better with time, as everything is. So yeah, we're gonna go over the shit that I bought. So here it is. This is the base. Went together super good. Everything is aligned that I can see pretty well. It's at 0.1, 0.2. I'll fucking take it all day long. That's 89.6 and 89.4. So a couple tenths of a degree off. I'll take that all day. I also don't know if you can see this. I'll try and get a shot of it, but the table that I use is bowed like a fucking banana. So I'm actually trying to get that fixed up. Building the fab table, or fixture table, sorry, in CAD right now that I'm hoping to get laser cut maybe this year. Shit's expensive though, when you're only doing this part-time. So yeah, super good quality. Everything went together really well. Instructions were clear, and all the YouTube videos that they have up were a huge help too. I TIG welded everything. I actually don't have a reliable MIG welder. I got the like Canadian Tire Special, just the cheap Mastercraft one, and then my Everlast 206 SI TIG welder. So everything got TIGged. Took a little bit longer than I guess a MIG welder would have, but I don't know, still came out pretty good. Everything's getting a little bit better consistency wise. I had some like gas problems through some of it, but I'm sure those will all get improved. So for equipment over here on the lift, I got a 1.25 and 1.75 center line. Sorry, 1.75 6-inch center line, and 1.25 4.5-inch center line dies. These are the two standard sizes that I think I'm going to be running the most. 1.25 is for all the Harley stuff, and like sport bike cages and that type of shit, and then 1.75 will be for side-by-sides, Jeeps, trucks, all that crap. I didn't get a ton of attachments because obviously this kit is expensive, just like every other two bender in the world is that's worth buying. So I got a couple block lamps that came with it, and then I went with the pressure roller dies. I really didn't want to be using lube just for cleaning, because I plan on TIG welding the majority of my shit. And the service finish on these, for the price that they were, seemed like, I don't know, they were worth buying. I also went with their standard dye spacers, so I didn't want to be fucking around with the washers every time. And these are like, I think 25 bucks. They're the correct spacing to keep the dye in the center of the machine. You don't gotta remember how many washers are there, worry about them falling out every time you change kits. So went with those guys, and everything else is pretty standard. The only other thing I went with was a clamp block for tubing, because I don't have one. This will definitely come in handy with my angle finder. So, fuck. All the parts look really, really good. The only thing, there's like some paint chipping off this, but I don't really give a shit about that. I can repaint it if I want. It's not a big deal. The cylinder works fine. I already tested it. So everything should be ready to rock once I get it all painted. These are the actual, I don't know really what you'd call them, the arms. I'll have to check RogueFab for bending. So on the base, I palm sanded the fuck out of them because I almost thought I was going to leave it that way and give it a clear coat just to see how it would look. So this one is super palm sanded. I took a little bit of time to get all the scratches and stuff out of it, but I'm going to paint it. So yeah, I'm gonna start that now. Hopefully get some shots of some stuff, and we'll catch you guys on the other side. So using VHT chassis and roll bar paint, recommended to me by Jeremy at Liberty CC. So if you ever see this, shout out to you. We'll see how this goes. So everything is thinner wiped and dried with my air compressor. So it's all got a profile on it from the palm sander. I'm not a pro painter, but yeah, when I did my Harley engine, this is all I did, and that's been held up for almost 3 years now. So hopefully this will be the same. If I gotta respray this every once in a blue moon, I'm fine with it. Bit of a jump ahead. It's a couple days later and it's done. Everything is finished. So I filmed probably an hour and a half, 2 hours worth of footage, and all of it is so poorly done it's unusable. So that one's on me and my lack of filming skill. But yeah, like I said early in the video, everything with this YouTube stuff is only going to get better with time. All the clips that I try to film are either like way too close or they're just a really, really bad angle. So I got some of the video edited now, and we're just filming this last little wrap-up portion with everything done. So this is it. I might cut to a couple fancy panning shots of the bender. We'll see. I don't know. But yeah, everything's done. The paint looks really, really good actually. So again, thanks Jeremy. The surface finish on it came out really, really good. Everything's got, some places have 2, some places have 3 coats. The areas in between the bend wheels and the inside of the base have 3 coats because I figure that's where there's any chance of contact and abrasion. So we'll see how that holds up. So all the sticker locations were super straightforward. RogueFab does a really good job of labeling everything so you know exactly where it goes and there's no risk of chucking a pin in the wrong spot. So you've got like a lock pin so you can exchange your dies easily. There's some accessories that can go on, and then there's areas where you put your die in corresponding to the center line radius of the die itself. So right now I got my 1.25" die in there, so everything is on a 4.5" center line radius, and it's all like pretty clearly labeled. There's a rough like degree wheel on it and just a piece of what looks to be TIG filler rod that they use. I plan on using an angle cube for most of my stuff, or any of the high precision stuff. I guess I should say, if you're within like a degree on most things, it ain't gonna matter. So yeah, everything was pretty easy to get together. It was a bit of a challenge to get these wheels in the first time, just because I really didn't know what I was doing. So I had everything mocked up before I painted it. And then obviously the final assembly after I painted it. Again, I filmed and the angle was terrible, so sorry you didn't get to see that, but The general idea is the main die sits right through center here. Your material feeds in through the back of the machine. You have a pressure roller die that sits in there. So that's the 1.25" pressure roller die. So the material feeds over top of the die through to the clamp block that's over here. So again, another cotter clamp. That clamps down, and as the machine turns, which I'm about to do in a second, the clamp block pulls it through and up and bends along the die. So pretty simple, but seems to work. This stuff, I'm pretty sure this light duty kit will bend 1.75" quarter-inch wall. I'll have to verify that. I'll plug it into the video, but I know that the heavy duty kit, which is just like a couple add-on parts, will bend 2" solid stock. So it's a pretty fucking heavy duty machine. So yeah, it's pretty straightforward. I got the air over hydraulic die, or sorry, cylinder, not die. So my air compressor's on right now. So for whatever reason, my GoPro really didn't like the machine being on and cut the footage as soon as I hit the trigger. But this is currently in the extended position. So the ram over here is extended down through. You'd have your material clamped and it'll pull it up through the machine. So it's just got a relief valve down here and the springs pull everything back into place. And once it's extended, you can actually put another pin through here to quickly change the die on the inside without having to drop all your bend wheels and everything out of it. So pretty easy machine to use, simple in concept, but yeah, hopefully it's gonna work well. I don't have any tubing on hand today to bend anything. I'm actually gonna go grab some tomorrow, and I believe the first thing that I'm gonna be working on is a crash bar for my Dyna. So once I get everything kind of dialed in CAD, we'll start playing around with that, see how it comes out. Well, that will be another video. So thanks for watching. Thanks for staying tuned to the end through my little like introduction of what I'm trying to do. And if you liked the video, like it. If you didn't like it, dislike it. Comment why. Let me know how I can improve. So thanks for watching.